everyone, my name is Chris Manzano and I'm the athletic trainer and strength conditioning specialist for Home Base. It's PTSD Awareness Month, so on behalf of the health and wellness team here at Home Base, I want to give you a little bit of information on how exercise can affect your mood and how it can positively affect symptoms of PTSD when combined with other traditional therapies. So we all know, and it's general knowledge, that exercise is good for our health. A number of the things that it can do is that it helps improve our heart function. It also helps improve our activities of daily living. So those are things that we do every day, such as combing our hair or brushing our teeth. It just makes those activities easier to do. What it also does, it helps improve our physical longevity. What that means is that it helps reduce our risk of injury, and it helps prevent diseases such as heart attacks and diabetes. But what it also does is that it helps improve our mood. So how does exercise help improve our mood? Well, when we exercise, our body increases production of something called endorphins. Endorphins are chemicals that affect our mood and our emotions. They regulate our sleep, and they give us more energy. They also help decrease our body composition or our body fat. When we decrease our body fat composition or just our body composition, we have better self-images of ourself. And what that does, it helps improve our self-confidence in ourselves. And overall, makes us a little bit happier. So for some, exercise is a stress relief. It helps you blow off steam from the day. For others, it's a therapeutic time, or it's relaxing. It's a form of mindfulness for them. It basically acts as a mindful movement or a moving meditation. And what it really does is it helps you focus on the here and now. You're looking forward to the next rep, the next set, or the next step you have to take, or the next mile you have to take. It takes your mind off the daily stressors that you have, stress from work, stress from your relationships, and things like that. It just helps overall help you focus on the moment. So now that we know how exercise affects us overall and how it affects our mood, we can now talk about how exercise affects symptoms of PTSD. So based on the best available information from the most reputable sources, we know that exercise and physical activity, when combined with traditional therapies, and when we say traditional, we're talking about psychotherapy, group therapy, and medication intervention, along with some other traditional therapies, that exercise and physical activity has antidepressive effects in people with serious mental illnesses. It's also important to note that the methods to which this research says is the gold standard for exercise, the way they rate that and the way they measure that is through target heart rate ranges and RPE, or ratings of perceived exertion. And what the research found is that exercising at a target heart rate range based on your maximum heart rate, so it's usually an age-predicted maximum heart rate percent, that 65 to 85% of your maximum heart rate is the ideal range that you should be working at or exercising at for somewhere between 30 to 45 minutes. When we're talking about the ratings of perceived exertion, that could be any rating between 1 and 10, with 1 being easy and 10 being the hardest. Or if you're using the gold standard Borg scale, 6 to 20, you would want to work somewhere between 6 to 8 of your rating of perceived exertion, or on the Borg scale, anywhere between 12 and 16. Now, the last thing that the research tells us is that exercise in people diagnosed with PTSD, there's an association with exercise and reduced PTSD symptoms and depressive symptoms, which in turn helped improve sleep quality and overall well-being. So now that we know a little bit about the relationship between exercise and PTSD symptoms, I want to talk a little bit about the programming that we do here at Home Base. One of the programs that we offer is the Intensive Clinical Program, where we provide about 1.5 years worth of mental health therapy in the span of 2 weeks. Typically, veterans in the program are diagnosed with PTSD or TBI, but they also receive that traditional therapy. So individual psych therapy, group therapy, and medication intervention. And that's the ICP. The next program I want to talk about is the Warrior Health and Fitness Program. This is a program offered to local veterans and their family members, so here in New England and down in Southwest Florida. We provide mental skills coaching from our mental skills coach. Individual nutrition consults from our registered dietitians. And injury prevention from our athletic trainers. But what these two programs have in common is exercise. And it's important because of the research that I just provided. Exercise helps improve mood, it helps improve your energy, helps improve sleep, self-confidence, body image. It helps improve all those things which help facilitate healing in other areas. In the Warrior Health and Fitness Program, you don't have to have a diagnosis of PTSD or any other mental illness, but this program opens the door to other services that Home Base offers that veterans might not be aware of. And whether, maybe they don't need support, but maybe a family member does. And that's why we include exercise in both of these programs. So there are a few things I want you to remember for PTSD Awareness Month. The first of which is that exercise should not be a sole treatment for PTSD or any other mental illness. However, exercise is a fantastic supplement when combined with other evidence-based psychiatric treatments. The second is exercise is not for everyone, and it may not be for you, and that's okay. What our goal is at Home Base is that you try exercise. You try something that you enjoy doing, whether that's just walking more than you do normally, whether that's running, whether that's weight training. We want you to try something and see if it sticks. If it doesn't, that's okay. What our end goal at Home Base is that you find some sort of wellness activity, whether it's yoga, exercise, cooking, or art. We want you to find something that you enjoy doing, so it's another tool in your toolbox to help you in the healing process. And lastly, find something you enjoy. Like I said, exercise may not be for everyone, but if you find something that you enjoy and you stick with it, it's going to help you in that healing process and overall turn into a better experience. So I hope today's video was informative. And if you or a loved one would like to connect to care at Home Base, please visit homebase.org.